the top 10 duos in the NBA. These are the players whose skills complement each other and are simply the most talented. We won't be considering injuries or availability, and we'll just look at how they impact their team. First off, we have the honorable mentions. Rudy Gobert and Karl-Anthony Towns from the Timberwolves, Ja Morant and Jaren Jackson Jr. from the Grizzlies, Nikola Jokic and Jamal Murray from the Nuggets, DeMar DeRozan and Zach LaVine from the Bulls, and Darius Garland and Jarrett Allen from the Cavs. Starting with number 10 are the newly formed duo of Trae Young and Dejounte Murray from the Hawks. Both are capable scoring and playmaking point guards. Trae is an all-NBA talent who has one of the best defensive games in the league. He led the NBA in total assists last year as well. Dejounte will help a lot on the defensive end, where Trae struggles. They're both averaging over 9 assists and are primary ball handlers, so it'll be interesting to see the dynamic of having two playmakers on the court at the same time. At number 9 is the Heat duo of Jimmy Butler and Bam Adebayo. They reached the finals back in 2020, largely due to Butler. Butler is one of those players whose game transforms in the playoffs. Despite not having a good three-point shot, he can score at will. Bam helps out as a switchable big who can guard pretty much any position. Butler's perimeter defense, along with Bam's rim protection in the paint, is a formidable combo that any team would struggle to score on. At number 8 is the wing duo of Jayson Tatum and Jaylen Brown from the Boston Celtics. We saw this duo in action all throughout the playoffs last year, and they were great. They both clamped down on their matchups and helped their team reach the finals. Jaylen Brown also proved to be a good second option as he helped carry the scoring load through some of Tatum's struggles. Number 7 is the duo of Khris Paul and Devin Booker from the Suns. Back in 2021, they came so close to winning it all after going up 2-0 in the finals against the Bucks. They're both all-NBA players this season and deserve it too. Khris Paul is the point guard who facilitates everything for the team, while Booker handles most of the scoring. Khris Paul is also one of the best players in the league at running an offense. The 6th best duo in the NBA are Kawhi Leonard and Paul George. On the defensive end, they're practically the best duo of players. The Claw is a 2-time DPOY winner and PG is a 4-time all-defensive team player. Together, they can clamp down on opposing wings. With all this talk on defense, don't forget that both of them averaged over 24 points per game the last time they played, so they can get buckets too. Cracking the top 5 is the duo of Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving. Sure, this duo hasn't achieved much in terms of playoff success, but in terms of raw talent, this duo is one of the best. These two players are the greatest duo in the league at scoring, with both of them averaging over 27 points per game each. If Kyrie wasn't absent from games as much, they certainly would have won more games. This duo probably won't stay together for long, with the KD trade request and rumors of a Kyrie for Westbrook deal, but they're still a top 5 duo in the league. At number 4 is the Splash Brothers, Steph Curry and Klay Thompson. Steph just won a title and of course is a top 3 player in the league. The only problem is Klay. He hasn't quite returned to the elite catch-and-shoot 3 and D player he once was, but he's getting there. However, we know what this duo is capable of as they've won 4 titles together over the past 8 years. The 3rd best duo in the NBA is the Bucks duo of Giannis and Khris Middleton. Many people, including myself, consider Giannis to be the single best player in the league at the moment, and a clutch shooter and scorer like Middleton besides him helps a lot. Giannis is, well, Giannis, who can score in the paint at will and is a top 5 defender in the league. Given Giannis's shooting struggles, Middleton is the perfect partner as he can shoot lights out and in big moments too, as we've seen in the playoffs. The only reason this team couldn't make it back to the conference finals this year was Middleton's injury, which just shows how important each of these players are to this team. The main reason they aren't any higher is because Giannis is really pulling most of the weight for this duo. The 2nd best duo is James Harden and Joel Embiid from the 76ers. We haven't seen a full season of them together, but we know what these players can do. Embiid is an MVP candidate, dominating at the center spot. We know what he's capable of. The real question mark here is Harden. Can he get back to form next year, or will he continue to struggle? If Harden can return to his prime Rocket self, or at least close to it, this duo could achieve great things next year. Finally, at number 1 is the Laker duo of LeBron James and Anthony Davis. This duo, along with solid surrounding pieces, was enough to win a title in 2020. Sure, LeBron is turning 38 next season and AD can't seem to stay healthy. Sure, last season was a disaster, but that's mostly due to AD missing 42 games and LeBron missing 26 games, and of course the terrible, aging team put around them. But LeBron is still LeBron, and AD is 29, which is when most players peak in performance. For some reason, AD was downright terrible from 3 last year, but I don't think that will happen again next year, as AD typically has a serviceable 3-point shot. This doesn't mean I think the Lakers are a title contender as presently constructed. While this duo is the best in the league when playing together, their health is questionable at best, and the team around them still sucks, unless a Westbrook for Kyrie deal can get done. Both of these guys know how to perform at the highest level, and now it's just a question of the surrounding pieces and their health. This might be a controversial pick, but if they can stay healthy, I put this duo against any other. That's it for my list. Don't forget to subscribe for more videos, and like the video if you enjoyed it. Let me know what you would change in the comments below.